Welcome to another live stream. You guys know how we do it every Sunday, giving you the breakdown and the outlook at what we are looking at this week in terms of the major pairings. Now, we have done this for, I believe, the last 6 weeks or so, and the response and the overall love and support on the videos has been amazing. So if we can keep that up, our like goal this week is 15, which I reckon is pretty reasonable. 15 likes. I'm sure we can get there, right? But either way, we really appreciate the support, and we're going to keep rolling these out the whole time you guys are enjoying them and watching them. Of course, if you're not watching them, enjoying them, what's the point, right? So the whole time you guys are enjoying it, we are going to keep pumping them out. So this week, let's take a look back at what it is that we were looking at last week. So as always, if you want to be part of the live sessions when we're trading these price action, the Discord is down below. This week coming, we're going to be starting a new YouTube live session stream, but it's going to be YouTube interaction exclusive. Discord interaction exclusive, I beg your pardon. But enough of that. All of the links are in the description. You know where to find them. All of the good stuff you can find down there. But last week, starting off with Euro, we had an outlook for the following. Now remember, it is very important to always remember that the key elements that we're showing you here is not to be precise as possible and to have a pinpoint accurate outlook on the week. That's not the goal here of these markups. The goals of these markups is to have an overall generalized idea of where we expect to see certain things happen, or possible areas that certain things could happen. Remember, there is no certainties in the market. Anyone tells you that there is a certainty is talking out of their rear. Now, what we gave last week was a very simple markup. We had the order block that caused the break on the 4-hour time frame. This is, of course, if you want the literature behind this, then head over to the trading view and you can read that. We had the order block that caused the break. We said there is a scenario for price to push higher, tap into here and sell off. Of course, if this does not happen and we don't see major breaks from this, we'll expect price to come up and play into here. Now, like I said, we don't know what the market is going to do until it starts moving. So we don't want to over specify what's going on here. The other option we had was price sort of dropping down a little bit, pulling back, and then just selling off into the continuation sell move that it's already in. So when we play this forwards here, you'll see what it done last week. And we had a very simple run up towards this area right here and then sell off, which was great because when we started seeing bearish ranges created around this order block, it gave us very strong indications that we need to get involved with sells, and a lot of my members actually sold away from these areas, including myself. Again, if you want to go and check out those sells and the analysis behind that, then that is in the Discord. Link is in the description. If this didn't play out and it just blasted through, we'd look to sell from here, right? But it did. So, what are we looking at this coming week? So, as always, if we give a markup and we give these generalized arrows, it's backed with some sort of idea. And unless that idea starts to play out, it has no meaning. This is why we say, watch the videos, study them, analyze what we're showing you, go to your charts, work out what we're looking at. Again, by all means, join the Discord, share it, and there'll be multiple people that will be able to back up your ideas that I've confirmed with my analysis here. This is what we have for this week. Now, this is pretty similar. Now, you can tell that we are overall bearish on this. And, of course, we're not overly specific with what we expect to happen within a given area because, of course, we do not know until price opens up. We could open up with a huge gap and end up below this low. But, main principles here. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty now. So take out your notes if you are taking them. This is what we are looking at. We are currently sitting at a pretty clear low that has caused multiple rejections, and we have a very clear high within here. Now this sits within a higher time frame bearish range. Okay, so we are overall bearish. When we see a range like this, we want price to play into the principle of that range, which is pulling back above the 50% and selling away. Now, of course, we have a few areas that we're looking for price to play out, and we know that pullbacks don't always happen as consistently as we'd like them to. That's part of the way the market moves. Now, the main points here are, if we see price run down and close out below this at any stage, whether it's pulled back or not, if we close below this major low here, the low at 6676, then we are expecting price to continue selling and these setups to sort of become irrelevant. I mean, this POI may still be in play, but it's all very dependent on what it does if it decides to break down, okay? If it does and we break down immediately on market open, I'll probably put out another video or another post on TradingView tomorrow to add confluence to that. Now, based off of the same principle here, if we push higher into this POI, we're looking for price to react and go bearish from here to take out that low. This low is our target as it stands coming into this week because it's our range low. Now, the same principle occurs if we come through these POIs. You can see what we're expecting. Price to sell away from here, possible sell away from here. Again, without reaction at these points, it's nothing more than a theoretical idea that we have and that we're putting on the market. So if we do push up through these and we see no reaction or maybe a slight reaction, let's say for a realistic example, we take some sells within sell ranges and they don't work or they're partial and we push higher. If we close out above this high at any stage, regardless of where it reacts, we will expect price to expand up to the extreme area of supply and then the sell-off to continue, taking us to our range target, which is this low. Again, these are all theoretical points that we have in mind, but it gives us a very nice idea. If we break down and start seeing a setup occur here, we can sell. Same here, same here. If we see no bearish ranges accumulate here or here, we can look to buy to the next points, right? So it's not about being precise and having the best markup and being right. It's about having an idea that you can execute off of, and it brings the idea you have to relevance. If there's no relevance behind your idea, there's no point in trading it, right? You have to have a good, strong relevance behind it. So again, the literature will be released for this chart this afternoon, and I'll be posting that shortly after this video is uploaded. But let's get on to the gold chart now. So okay, this is my TradingView, by the way. We're trying to get to 500 followers. If you want to drop us a follow, the link for my TradingView is in the description, and you can see I post every single Sunday with the literature. And of course, you can go back and rewind and reanalyze the markups I've given out in the past. So, 4 hour here on gold. Pretty similar story to what we've got on euro currently. So we've got a 4 hour range high, 4 hour range low. We said if we sell off straight away, then we want to see a closeout below here. If not, we're looking for a slight drop. Either a close above this and push into here, then sell, or a failure to close above and then sell. Or we come into this, we don't close or break down, we close above the high and we go bullish. Play this, and we have come directly into here, excuse me, and we have sold away. So almost pretty much the ideal scenario for us. That's what we wanted to see. You can see down here, it says key point to remember, we might not get a pullback. We might shift bullish, okay? If we're looking for bullish runs on the daily highs, if not, for now we are bearish. We expect sell-offs further, okay? That's what we've had. Nice sell-offs. Now there was bullishness, and that's why we said here, remember, we can see bullish shifts, which we got through the week, and then we got our sell-off at the end of the week. So, where does that lead us into this week? Well, I'll show you. And I'll explain to you guys exactly what we're looking at now. So this chart is a little bit different looking. And the reason for this is because gold is slightly different in terms of what we have compared to euro on a higher time frame. Now, we still have a 4 hour high and a 4 hour low in place. This is the same range that was marked up on the previous chart that you saw. And we have a fair amount of liquidity now built below these lows. Now, we all know gold loves liquidity, and that is the reason why it's so volatile. But these are the scenarios we have for this week. 1, price playing off of this trend line, if you were, and pushing us up into supply to ultimately break down and sell out of here. Now, if it doesn't give us a sell within here, I'll be looking for a close above this high, which I actually haven't marked, which would lead us back into the bullish narrative and ultimately back into a bullish trend on the higher time frame. We haven't put that scenario in because for us, we don't believe it's that probable. So we're not going to put it on there, of course. We don't want to put every scenario under the sun. The other option we have is for price to break through this liquid low area that we have, continue to break down, fail to close below this low, so ultimately a liquid grab of the money that sits under here, then go bullish, and that will push us back into the same scenario we just explained, so selling off from these points, this point, or even this point. So there's 3 different points there within this that we'd like to see price sell off. Number 1 is the low of the order block, which caused this breakdown, this higher time from order block. The other one is the extreme area of supply, and the other one is the 50% of said order block that I highlighted a second ago. Now finally, which we believe is a little bit less probable, price runs down, fails to break higher, closes below our 4-hour low, and we continue to sell off at a rapid pace. But we do not believe this is the case, as we all know gold doesn't move that easily, right? If it seems too easy, it probably is. So that is the scenario that we're looking at for this week. So again, guys, if you have any comments that you'd like to leave, any questions that you have, you can either leave them in the below section, which is obviously on YouTube, or you can join the Discord and comment there, or even comment on my trading view. It's completely up to you guys. But if you want to stay up to date with these lower time frame setups, and of course you want to see the literature for these charts, all the links are down below. I have been Ross as always, and I hope you have enjoyed this video here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys, and I hope you all have a hugely successful trading week. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.